Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, to get them through SeatGeek, use my last name, code Hodge, at checkout over on SeatGeek, and you'll get $20 off your tickets. That is for first-time orders only. So if you guys have made an order through SeatGeek before, make a new account, you can still use the code. And yeah, just save 20 bucks off any ticket for any event in the world, code Hodge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into this episode with some juicy rumors. We talk about rumors because nothing's been confirmed by the WWE. So let's jump into the first rumor of the day. The first rumor of the day is about Jey Uso, our former world heavyweight champion, if you will. Now, what in the heck has happened to this guy? So he won the title at WrestleMania, and he's dropping it how many months has it been? Two? 2 months later, what's up with that? And to the former champion, Gunther. Now, Gunther's carrying that title into the whole Goldberg. What is up with that? Okay, so apparently, WWE sources are saying this kind of was always the plan. This is always what they were planning to do. They were always kind of being well, Jey Uso's so freaking popular, so over, let's have a nice WrestleMania moment that people will get excited about and have Jey win the title. But it's not going to be a long title reign. We're going to have Jey have a really short title reign, then Gunther's going to win back the title before we do the Goldberg match. Whenever that may be. Whenever Goldberg is ready to have his retirement match, we'll have Gunther. So yeah, basically, yeah, they ended up doing the show in Atlanta for Saturday night's main event, which worked out perfectly because it's Goldberg's hometown. So they're like, yeah, this is kind of the time, and we're doing it then, so yeah, Gunther's got to win the title back. So we want Gunther being in there as the champion facing Goldberg for Goldberg's very last match. So yeah, that was kind of always the plan, was to have the Jey Uso kind of reign be very, very short, I guess, according to them. The next rumor of the day is going to be about Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan is injured, and that's not a rumor, that is a fact. So she was on Monday Night Raw, and she was trying to just do a flip, or not even a flip, just kind of go face plant thing, and basically she just didn't have her arms right, or whatever the case may be. Something goes a little bit wrong, and basically she messed up her shoulder pretty bad, so much so that she's going to be out for a little while, and she might actually have to have surgery on this. A lot of people saying she is going to have surgery on this, but we'll have to see about that a bit of it. But anyway, what's the timetable for a Liv Morgan return? What's the plan? Is she going to be on TV injured? She's going to be have some kind of role, a backstage kind of role, or a manager role or something? This rumor is saying no. Liv Morgan will be off of TV the entire time she is injured, and the injury time frame is looking like the return would not be possible for about 6 months. So that's a tough one. It's a tough one, but at least it was already after WrestleMania season. At least it's after all that good stuff. And the timing, as far as return, would work out quite well because it's June right now. 6 months from today would be January, which would put you right into a perfect venue for a return, which would be at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, if Liv's injury doesn't heal faster, even if it does, they can hold off her Rumble. So yeah, Royal Rumble might be when Liv Morgan's return is, but yeah, she's gonna be off TV. This is a very serious kind of thing from something that looked like it was nothing, but usually that's the ones that kind of cause the most damage. Which leads you into the Evolution 2 whole debacle. So apparently, Liv had a big role in the Evolution 2 show, so now they're kind of redoing the whole show. Rumor people are saying they pretty much crumpled up the entire script. It's we gotta redo this entire thing because this whole thing, it was an effect or whatever, and yeah, basically, I guess that was a huge deal for the show, because maybe it's supposed to be an event in the show or something. Anyway, apparently right now they're rewriting the whole Evolution 2 show that's happening in Atlanta, and they're calling in legends and anybody they literally can to fill these spots, and yeah, it's kind of crazy what's going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see, but it may be more of a legend kind of show or something like that. I mean, you have a lot of women already signed, but they need a big main event thing, and they might be bringing in the legend to kind of fill that spot. Also, speaking of injuries, let's talk about someone who's injured that might be coming back here pretty soon. His name is Mr. Rey Mysterio, Mr. 619. So yeah, he's been injured for a while. He had a bit of a serious injury as well, and basically his return is going to be medically cleared in August, so maybe, just maybe, Rey Mysterio would be able to be on the SummerSlam card. I don't know, but I'm going to be excited to see the high-flying Rey Mysterio back in the ring once again, and he should be cleared very soon. So maybe SummerSlam, if not SummerSlam, then right after that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about John Cena. So John Cena is currently on his retirement tour. There's only a limited number of dates Cena has left in the WWE, and then he is done. He's see you later, he's bye. And yeah, he's a heel right now, which means he's the bad guy, he's the villain in WWE. He might turn into the good guy before the end of the run. I would imagine he'd have to, so people are like, thank you, Cena, or whatever. But at the end of it, he's not going to be like, just screw you guys, I'm out, I'll never see you again, bye. I don't think that's what's happening. I think by the end, he'll be a good guy again. But I don't know when that change is going to happen. Ever since he first turned heel, I said, okay, maybe through like the first half of the year, he'll be the bad guy, and the other half of the year, he'll be the good guy. So maybe SummerSlam, and I would imagine that's probably going to correlate with whenever he drops the title, is no longer the champion anymore. So maybe SummerSlam, we'll see about that, but I don't know about the whole Cody Cena thing, but that's kind of my personal opinion. I'm like, can we just get Cody like a different opponent for Cena? Even though Cody's not like a fresh NXT face or whatever, he's gonna be the star for the next current period for the next few years. He's not the future star or whatever. And, you know, WWE's had that issue for a while of not being able to have like young faces being taken seriously as a champion. I don't mean Cody, I mean like younger, like NXT people just being called up. You can't throw him in the main event like you could with like Orton when Orton was first in WWE, or Cena like earlier stages of his career. I mean, of course, not the first few years, but still, at some point, Cena will lose the title, turn into a good guy, and he has to retire at some point. So as far as Cena's rest of his dates, I don't know how many dates are left on it. I don't know what shows he's doing. That's up to Cena, and apparently backstage, WWE are currently working out Cena's like final dates and what they're going to be and what's going on, because they still have to kind of plan out their fall and winter tour, because it's not really planned out that well. Maybe some of fall is, but not all of it yet. And also his very, very last match and his very, very last appearance, which I would imagine would be in his hometown area of Boston. And the date for that, I believe that they kind of have penciled in right now, and I believe with the arena it's confirmed, they just haven't officially announced it yet, is going to be the Saturday night's main event happening this winter, which is going to be in Boston on December 13th. So December 13th is probably going to be John Cena's very last match, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how many dates are left on that. So like between September and December, how many dates are left? They're going to have to fill those spots, and those spots will be like kind of figured out here pretty soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing we'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. We'll talk about none other than the Texas Rattlesnake himself. We're talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is an Attitude Era wrestler. He's one of the face of the Attitude Era, pretty much. The guy has recently came out of retirement in the past few years for one match. That one match was against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas, Texas. Of course, Texas Rattlesnake is from Texas. That made sense. But is Stone Cold ever going to wrestle again? I know the timetable on this is getting very thin of being like Stone Cold in the ring being a realistic wrestler. I mean, of course, there's wrestlers right now wrestling on their indies that are like 80 years old. So the age does not have a matter to do with it. Is if Austin thinks he's like good for his legacy and being there and being like, I'm still the Texas Rattlesnake, but you know, he never had crazy moves, like high-flying moves that he wouldn't be able to perform or anything. He had a very grounded kind of, you know, realistic kind of wrestling style. So I think it's still very achievable for him to do. But yeah, basically this past year's WrestleMania, Stone Cold made an appearance. And after that appearance, he was so hyped up, he was teasing everybody backstage, maybe I got one more in me. Maybe I just got one more in the Texas Rattlesnake. And that one more may be happening next year. I don't know. Las Vegas, they're trying to make it a huge deal for WrestleMania. Like they did this past year, because WrestleMania is in Las Vegas again next year. But ultimately, yeah, Stone Cold's kind of maybe open to wrestling. There's a lot of names you can throw out there. Young stars, old stars. There's one match that everyone's been talking about for like the eternity of like wrestling, and that is none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. Best in the World, CM Punk. And you know, they were teasing this like way back in like, what, 2012, 2013? They were teasing. They definitely should have did it back then, but it never happened. You got the opportunity. Don't waste it. Let's do it. You got Best in the World, CM Punk in one corner. The other corner, Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's make it happen while we still can. WrestleMania next year. That's kind of my pitch for it, but that's kind of like some rumors. There's all kinds of names being thrown around there about different names, but CM Punk is obviously the one that comes up the most, because it's been like the most teased and most asked for like dream match of like all dream matches. So there you guys have it. That's going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Let me know your thoughts on all these rumors in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your king of luck. Stop, Rated Hodge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.